Hi, this is Joshua with One Man Show. I'm going to be testing the 35, pardon me, I think it's a 35 mil little Chinese lens. If you can see it right here, it'll focus in on it. Because I've got big fat chunky hands, I've put some O-rings on the aperture and on the focus ring so I can have easy access. If you can see that, I've got a video all about doing this. It's helped me with a lot of different lenses. I have used step-up rings on the camera, plus in the middle of it I have a fader ND. It came from Fotka, and I'll be using that as well. I'm going to do everything handheld. What I do is I will have a microphone, which is the Shure VP83, which I got at a clearance sale for a film company that went belly up, so I got it at a really good price. I like it. It's small, it's strong, and I'm going to use my camera like this. Everything's going to be handheld. I've got an old Betacam. I used to work in the television industry making infomercials, and I've got this little Betacam cover, and it's really bright out. The shadows are darker, and it's really come in handy. The nice thing about this cover is it totally covers the ELF here. It sits in just beautifully, and I've set it for my eye, and when I cup myself over it I can see pretty clearly, and then I can focus a lot better because you know, my eyes aren't what they used to be.
Hello, my name is Darcy Pelletier. My traditional name is Fast Bear Soldier. I'm Plains Cree from Saskatchewan. I'm also a survivor of the 60 scoop. I used to be in my adopted home. I was in a church with the family, and my mother was the organist, and this preacher, who I thought was a family friend, somehow me and my mother were in a room, and everybody was upstairs, and the preacher walked right up to her and stuck his hand up her skirt, and he said, "You have this coming," because she always wore short skirts. I didn't know what to do. It was a new home for me, and that, and you know, I've only been there 3 years, and I'd already seen abuse in other places, so I was pretty scared. And a couple weeks later, I was singing, and preacher asked me if I wanted to be the lead singer in the choir. Yeah. So make a long story short, he sexually abused me for about 4 months before my mom finally had the guts to walk away from the church. But she loved playing the organ so much. My mom was an excellent pianist. And I never told anybody that. A lot of the Native Brotherhood was doing stuff, and I got curious, and I asked. I sat in a guy's cell and I watched him do beadwork, and all he was doing was taking little toe plugs, which is the top piece of a moccasin, and putting little diamonds on them. And he was an old man, and he was getting $5 a pair from somebody on the streets, and he was using that money for cigarettes. So I started doing that, and I realized I had a natural ability for that kind of craft, and the more I experimented, the more colors I bought, the more different hides I bought. We would get hides with Brotherhood money for $15, and one of the elder, who was a prisoner, but very, very traditional, taught a few of us how to do it. And as any other thing traditional, I really stuck with it. And so what we did was we would make, with the materials that we would have, 20 or 30 drums to give away as gifts for elders and people coming in, taking their time to come visit with the Native Brotherhood. And after a while, it wasn't like you were doing time. It was just, you focused on spirituality and helping each other, and because a place like that can be pretty stressful, and